time, weather, and
Audio Jungle.
Welcome to my channel today, and I have a question. Are you a fat stacker? Do you stack silver and prepare for an upcoming SHTF event, and yet ignore the fact that you're overweight and out of shape? Old Fat Marine sure as hell realized that about himself and decided it was time for a change. If you've been following me here and there, in the past 2 months, OFM, Old Fat Marine, myself, have been able to lose 37 pounds of fat, and it feels pretty good actually. Out here in cyberspace, on the web, on YouTube, it's just a fanciful thought, a voice, a talking head, and it's probably perceived more as a sales pitch. Many readers, many listeners will have already clicked away because they themselves cannot have an open discussion with themselves that they too are fat and out of shape. And no matter what, every person hearing my voice will know at least more than one person that struggles with obesity, and specifically type 2 diabetes. Old Fat Marine began his weight loss journey because of the inevitable outcome of taking metformin as a long-term medication to combat type 2 diabetes. When reading articles all over the internet, it's amusing to note how often the words may or possibly are used in so many long-winded paragraphs filled with 5-syllable words describing side effects of the drug. I've always asked if the quote-unquote small percentage of people that died from an adverse reaction to a drug would think that their death was an acceptable loss. That same thought is relevant when speaking of the United States Marine Corps and the military in general. Buy this and lose 300 pounds. Now, for me, weight loss is not a sales pitch. I'm not out here selling anything, as the website and the YouTube channel are all about the daily battles of life that is so common to the many souls pushing through their days. I talk, I write, and record what is important to me, knowing that I am nothing unique or special. My feelings and emotions and issues are common among many people. Old Fat Marine worries about the world situation and also about the physical situation on the home front. The weight loss journey is ongoing, and I hate being fat and the accompanying feeling of hopelessness. A hard reality glossed over is that the only person physically impacted by being fat is the person that is fat. Weight loss begins and ends in the head, inside the emotional capsule called your head. Brain Housing Group. The best exercise and weight loss products in the world will not matter if the person losing the weight does not commit themselves to themselves. Losing 37 pounds of fat on the journey to lose 127 pounds is a very important thing to me. I want to shout out to the world about how great it feels. Anyone can lose weight if they focus their attention on it as a priority in their life. What is being said is that I'm nothing special. After years of anguish, my mind is finally wrapped around getting my health back. All of the negative self-chatter has been subdued, at least for now. Now is the only moment that actually matters when you think about it. I am not a doctor, and I will never tell you to stop taking metformin. Personally, I just read up on the side effects and how you need to always be on it until you transition to injecting insulin. Metformin cures nothing. The side effects and decades long of expected use startled me. The long-term use of metformin for type 2 diabetes specifically was a club I had to get out of. American medical care is no longer health care. It is sick care. Take this pill and come back in 90 days. Think about this. Do you bring your car to the mechanic when it is fine-tuned and running great? No, you do not. When was the last time you left the doctor's office without a prescription for a pill? Doctors today merely put band-aids on bullet wounds and are merely placing you in a statistical processing queue. You need to take charge of your excuses. After just 37 pounds of weight loss, I no longer take metformin at all, and my fasting blood sugar levels have steadily marched to this morning's number of 119. It may not be perfect yet, but it is much better than the daily 169 to 189 when taking metformin. Today's number of 119 is without being on any medications at all. I used to be on the maximum allowable daily dose of metformin. Like I said, I am not a doctor, but I do decide what pills I ingest. I no longer blindly follow a doctor's advice. Blindly trusting her doctor is what allowed my wife to die last year. I like my life much more off of the medications. Old Fat Marine now treats doctors like police officers, respectful, but with the realization that they are just another person and I know more about me than they do. But I will take their information under advisement and then make an informed decision. Many of the articles I read say that metformin is the best solution for type 2 diabetes. I personally believe that's a lie. Weight loss is the best way to deal with type 2 diabetes, in my non-doctor opinion. Okay, what the hell about silver? Well, having been a silver stacker for about 1 year, it needs to be admitted that the current reason behind stacking has become the reason beyond stacking. As the name of this website describes in the URL, Old Fat Marine is exactly that. No longer can the word fat be something that describes me, the person behind the URL. Old Fat Marine hated being so fat that when he looked down, his unit was hidden from view by his protruding belly. Being a fat person was in my head, and I do not mean in a good way. From putting on underwear to wiping your ass, being fat is a very personal thing most people gloss over, don't talk about. Being overweight permeates your very soul, and that feeling sucks. If you're a silver stacker that is preparing for a massive reset and you take medications, think about it. If you can lose weight and get off the meds and also be healthier, you will be better prepared for what you already know is coming. I know that dragging around 30 fewer pounds has been a game changer. I can only fantasize about how great a 100-pound weight loss will be like. If you are a fat stacker, get out of your own way if you want to lose weight. If you have failed at losing weight in the past, it means nothing today. Just get out of your way and make health a priority and things will change. If you think you can do it, you will. If you think you can't do it, you won't. It is really a battle between the ears, and you are the one in charge. I'm not selling you shit. I'm just here getting in your face and telling you that it can be done if you get out of your own way. Old Fat Marine has lost 37 pounds so far, and no, there has been no exercising or hunger on my part to get it done. It is really not necessary for weight loss. But exercise is my next story, and right now I hate exercise. I've always hated exercise, but it's necessary for health. But that needs to happen in my life as I prepare and continue stacking silver. The upcoming SHTF event ain't no joke. December 5.
It is